JFD, just fair and direct.
Okay, hello and good morning, everyone. Welcome to JFD Traders Espresso. Actually, unfortunately, I do have the tea time PowerPoint here, picture set up here. But anyway, guys, welcome to the Traders Espresso with me, Darius Anucauskas. Today's the 29th of April, 2021. So, yeah, welcome everyone. Welcome to this Thursday's morning session where we're going to have a very quick look at the markets, a few of the charts, the usual stuff. But as usual, before we go further, we need to quickly have a read through our risk disclaimer. So, the content we produce does not constitute investment advice or investment recommendation, should not be considered as such, and does not in any way constitute an invitation to acquire any financial instrument or product. As always, I'll give you a few seconds to read the rest and we can continue. Okay, so before we jump into the charts, quick mentioning of our JFD YouTube channel, to which you can always subscribe to in order not to miss any of our upcoming videos, and of course our JFD Bank website, and specifically our JFD research page, which we also update on a daily basis. So yeah, feel free to visit us here on jfdbank.com and click on the research tab right there on the top. So now then, guys, jumping into the charts, the first one I want to pick up here is the Hong Kong's Hang Seng Index, and yep, the index managed to overcome this highlighted territory that I mentioned yesterday, and I was constantly mentioning it, and we, most importantly, currently we are still staying above it, so above this barrier, above the 29,152 mark. So let's see if it stays today above it. If it does, then, well, I mean, this could be a good indication that the index could continue pushing further north, and yeah, I mean, we could slowly climb higher. However, I need to, I know this might be confusing a little bit, but I still need to kind of mention this because, again, so that you would be aware of everything. Because here, for example, not only that we saw a nice ascending triangle here, but what also we could see, and again, this is something for you to keep in the back of your heads, is a possible kind of channel here. So as well, a possible channel here which could also play out here, but either way, guys, I mean, we could still continue targeting the upside. So what I mean by this is that even if it pushes higher and, for example, it stalls somewhere there and then doesn't move further north, it might go for a bit of a retracement here and then maybe go up again. So basically, something like this could be possible as well. And just for you, like I said, to kind of, let's say, not to go for some higher levels straight away, just to kind of be aware that something like this also could happen. In terms of the downside, well, pretty straightforward. We need to see it drop back lower here, and maybe also a drop below the this upside support line, this lower upside support line right here, taken from the low of the 12th of April, and yep, then we could from there we could take it. Well, I mean, we could start looking at some maybe lower levels, but at the moment we're kind of leaning a little bit more towards the upside. So let's see how this is going to play out. Now jumping into DAX, the German index, and yeah, I mean, yesterday closed in the positive territory, remained above this upside support line taken from the low of the 26th of February, and in a way everything's kind of still working out well. But again, this 15,312 territory somehow is providing that resistance. Now, if we take a look at the cash index right now and where the index is currently sitting at, we'll see that the price is currently around 15,324. So basically, we have pushed above it, and we might have a nice kind of opening here above this barrier, above this 15,312. And yep, if it stays above it, then We'll continue targeting the upside, potentially maybe even aiming for that 15,502 territory, which is currently the all-time high. Another thing, of course, to keep a very close eye on is, of course, this upside line. If that gets broken, and if the price starts falling somewhere below this little territory, this 15,150 zone. This could also place the index below the 21-day EMA, and potentially more sellers could see this as a good opportunity to step in. So that's why I'd be very cautious if we get a break of this upside line. Now, the CAC 40. I haven't looked at this one for quite a while, but yeah, this one's quite interesting. Looking at this picture, this is a little bit more straightforward, I would say, maybe in terms of the upside. However, we'll be very, very careful still, because first of all, you can see that this level here, the 6,000 and 6,319 territory, continues to provide resistance, and yesterday it did do that as well. Again, for now, I would say if we take a look at the cash index, we'll see that the price is already above this area, above this hurdle. So in a way, there is a good chance for this one to drift further north here. But of course, we'll be very, very careful for now. If it stays somewhere above this upside line, then yes, of course, we'll continue targeting the upside. If this upside line gets broken, then, well, we'll start looking at maybe a bit of a corrective move lower. So to be honest, like I said, that's why I said it's pretty straightforward one on CAC 40. Now, jumping into DXY here very quickly. So DXY is drifting lower. So this is what I said to you guys yesterday. So what I mentioned was that even though we saw this nice beautiful break, we were seeing that nice beautiful break of this downside line. I said that for me, preferably in order to go for some higher levels, I need to see a push above this hurdle, above this 91.42 territory, in order to go for higher levels. But as you can see, we only kind of it only gave a little tease here. Probably a lot of buyers were starting to join in here, and yep, this is what we got. And that's the reason I always suggest to wait for the daily candle to end if you're not sure, just to see how it's going to play out here. And you can see this is how it played out. It played out for the downside. And this was just a nice beautiful false breakout, and yep, we slid back down. And now what I'm aiming here for is, of course, this this upside support line taken from the low, the 6th of January, because if it provides good support, we might see a nice push higher and a move north. However, I'll reevaluate everything again if we do see that push towards this upside line. Jumping into silver. Silver, of course, enjoying the moment of the weaker dollar, and this is exactly what I was saying to you guys yesterday. So yesterday we were kind of when I was covering silver, we were hanging here near this upside line, and I said that wait for a break. We need that drop below the 25.85 zone, but as you can see, we didn't really get that, and instead, yep, it started pushing kind of higher. It rebounded nicely, so everything's looking quite good here, quite positive. We're now trading above this 26.30 territory as well, so let's see if we can stay above it, because the reason why I'm keeping an eye on this one, and although we had several violations of this level, we never had that daily candle remaining above this area, above this hurdle. So that's why I will keep this for now, and then we'll take it from there. But if you're a little bit more on the cautious side on silver, then probably wait for a push above the 26.63 territory, just to be a little bit more safe on, like I said, on the safe side, because such a move here, a break above this area, would confirm a forthcoming higher high. Now, jumping into Brent oil. Also the beneficiary of the weaker dollar, and yep, you can see this nice move higher, and we're now very close to this 68 territory right here. In order to go for some higher levels, yes, a break of that area would be needed. So for now, we're just waiting here and just to see what's going to happen. But yeah, keep your eyes on this hurdle, this barrier, and if we get a clear push above it, this will confirm a forthcoming higher high, and yep, higher levels could be met. Again, pretty straightforward on this one. For the downside, I mean, well, I know that this might be a bit of a wait here, but any move lower here could still be seen as a temporary correction before another possible leg of buying, especially like if it stays somewhere around here as well. So yeah, again, it's a bit of a difficult one here, and if this upside line stays intact, then, well, I mean, we could see another push higher. So be very careful with that. Bitcoin. Bitcoin is also stuck. It's not really moving much to the downside nor to the upside. It did already its move here, and it continues to get stuck here just slightly below that 555 level. So 55555, there we go. Number fives. We need a nice move above it, and we need to see the daily candle staying above it as well, just to be a little bit more on the safe side. Because as you can see, yesterday we had a false breakout, and that's the kind of result that we're getting right now. We're not really moving higher. We would like to see that daily candle staying above it, and because at the same time we would have the daily candle staying above the 21-day EMA, so where more buyers could join in. For the downside, we need to see a break of this upside line, and yep, maybe lower levels could be met then, but then even then I will be very careful near this 100-day EMA, because as you can see, it kind of continues to do its job sometimes when it's tested, and yeah, for now that's the little game plan here. Ripple. Ripple is trying, or I would say it seems like it's flagging out here, but even if it is forming a bullish flag here, we would still need to see a push above the 1.4634 territory right here, which continues to provide resistance. If we get a nice push above it, then yes, higher levels could be met. For the downside, I need to see this one dropping back below the 1.0960 zone, and then yes, we could maybe consider a bit of a move lower. Now jumping into AUDJPY, and there we go. So in the beginning of this week, I said to you that what I'm keeping an eye on here is, of course, this little possible triangle pattern, which might get broken. I mean, might get violated. Of the upper side of the upper side of that triangle might get violated. There we go. But just because the prevailing trend here was to the upside, then we've entered the triangle, and then yep, that's the result we're getting here. So basically, there is a good chance for this one to move further north. However, my arrow will now be drawn only up until here near the 85.45 level marked by the highest point of March, and then we'll take it from there, because again, I don't want to be kind of too over optimistic here. Just let's keep it realistic, and yep, if we can, or should I say, if we continue to trade above this 84.4950 territory, roughly around here, yes, I'm aiming for that 85.45 level. For the downside, I need to see, well, maybe a drop actually somewhere around here. Let me just, yep, there we go, somewhere around here, below the 84.08 level, approximately around there, and then maybe, yep, we could consider a bit of a move to the downside. Now jumping into NZDUSD. So NZDUSD is also slowly grinding higher, but it's currently getting a bit of a hold up near this level here, near the 0.7270 mark here. And yes, we did get an overshoot here today, but as you can see, the bears quickly pushed the pair back below it. So long story short, if you want to go for higher levels, wait for that daily candle to stay above it, and then yes, we will continue aiming north. For the downside, I need to see a break of this upside line and a drop below the 0.7189 territory, approximately around here, in order to consider a bit of a move lower. USDCAD now, very quickly on this one. So this week I told you to keep an eye on this 1.2365 territory right here, and yep, as you can see, exactly why. So we got to drop below it, and look at this beautiful move. I mean, it kind of opened the door now towards lower levels. So we broke this area. This confirmed the forthcoming lower low, and now the big question here is, can we continue moving lower? Well, to be honest, I will continue targeting the lower side. However, don't get me wrong, we might see something maybe like this here, where we could see a retracement, a test maybe of this 1.2365 territory, and then another slide lower towards the 1.2250 mark here, and then yes, we could kind of take it from there. So this is my next target, the 1.2250, just to kind of show you what that level was here in the past. Let me just scroll back into history. So yep, there we go, and that's the lowest point of February of 2018, guys. We're currently kind of on the way to test that area, it seems like that, but don't get me wrong, if we do see a push back up, if the pair struggles to get back above the 1.2365, yep, another slide could be possible. Euro NZD. So this one, I haven't looked at Euro NZD for quite a while, but just wanted to quickly run it by you, because basically look at this kind of interesting choppiness here. This kind of you can see that we continue to get held by the 1.6668 territory, approximately around here. This area continues to provide support, but yep, I mean, for now, it's kind of I would even say it's stuck in a little range here, and yeah, I mean, for now, I mean, we're just keep waiting for a clear breakout, and we are closer to this key support zone. So in order to go for lower levels, yep, a drop below this 1.6668 territory would be needed. This would confirm a forthcoming lower low, and further declines could be possible. We could then aim for the lowest point of March, if I'm not mistaken here. Yep, that's correct. Lowest point of March, which is around the 1.6487. And then we would take it from there. For the upside, it's also pretty straightforward. We need to see a push above this 1.6224 zone in order to aim for some higher levels. But only for some higher levels, only up until the 1.6990 territory right here, which acted as a fantastic area of resistance, starting from the kind of the end of March, and then we just want to see if this is not going to end up being just another wider range. And finally, Euro USD. So beautiful, beautiful push here higher, and this is what I kept talking about, guys. I mean, look at this move. I could probably yesterday I removed the this trend line here, and probably I can actually get it back on the chart here. I think it's not from here, but it's a little bit more from here. So yeah, we kind of got this line violated yesterday as well, and but as you can see, eventually it kind of still did its job, and yep, now we're seeing that nice push to the upside. And this is what I was saying to you guys for what to wait. I said to wait for that 1.2113 level getting broken together with this downside line, and this could open the door towards some higher levels. And well, I mean, for now, I would say that as long as it stays above this area, yes, we will continue targeting the upside. And my next target is the 1.2190 territory here, and then after the 1.2243 level. But again, only if it stays above this area. If suddenly this today decides to reverse and move lower, drops below this upside line, and then yep, well, maybe it could be turned to see a bit of a corrective move here lower. So let's keep an eye on that one. So guys, that's it for this session. I hope you found it useful. Thank you very much for watching and listening. Thank you very much for your views, for your likes. So really appreciate that. And yeah, if you want to catch my video later on, my Trader's Tea Time, as always, 12:30 GMT. For now, have a wonderful, wonderful trading day. Have your stop losses in place, and everything will be fine. So thank you very much, and bye-bye.